Santa, how you doing, mate? You good?
I'm very well, Timothy Hill. Thank you for
That's
having
great.
me.
How's Mary? How's Mrs. Claus? She doing all right?
Oh, Mrs. Claus has been great for 1,200 years.
I love what you've done with the place. Got a new interior designer, just come bit of renovations. What's going on? It's nice.
Thank you for noticing, Tim. This is my summer home. It's actually at the
Uh-huh.
South Pole. In the lead up, I need a bit of a retreat. There's just a lot going on. I need to clear my head a little bit. So I've gotten rid of all the distractions. We can concentrate on these analytics.
You guys, you've been using Fleetyr for the last 2 years, since we started. So there's some good data that's coming through. So I'm glad we had this meeting before Christmas to see if there's any improvements. And just a few little bits that look, some anomalies for me. So if you remember, what we're dragging in is your fuel cards. So you use WEX, BP, and something called North Pole. I believe it's an offshoot of Vanpole, but we ingest that, and then we're matching that with your telematics. And of course, your new sleigh, your Komatsu, which I didn't realize Komatsu made sleighs, but then we'll go through the data.
The Komatsu is a recent purchase. We were using the original sled for nearly 1,200 years, but we've decided to jump into the modern world and upgrade.
Nice. Is the Komatsu diesel, or is it a Christmas Spirit? What does it run on? Is it the same as the wooden one?
Well, it runs on a combination of carrots on deer who pull the sleigh. Christmas Spirit helps.
I guess the biggest, anomalies are yourself. Yeah, yourself there. I think in September you had a real big blowout with the methane.
It's our downtime when Halloween comes around, and the elves and the reindeer, and of course myself and the family like to partake in some Nightmare Before Christmas style Halloween food, and it doesn't necessarily react very well with my stomach.
I'm glad you guys are looking into it. A lot of our clients are really just using emissions dashboards to get into ESG reporting, maybe some tendering, show that they're looking at emissions, but it sounds like you guys are starting to find, I guess, alternatives. Let's go your next one, driver behaviour. As usual, all of these events tend to happen on the 25th. Average driver age, 1,751 years.
It's been that long.
You've been doing this a while now, mate. Rest break warnings, 7 million, so you're clearly fatigued when you're doing this stuff, and a lot of speeding.
It's a long haul, Tim. We start at midnight in the first time zone along Fiji, and then we just go right around the planet. No time for stopping.
I don't know how your insurers feel probably about the speeding and harsh acceleration and whatnot, but
our premiums with Zurich keep going up every year.
Every year, yeah. You're not the only ones, mate. Mate, you're consuming close to 237 billion cookies in Asia alone, and you're delivering not as many. So
there's
again, just something to consider.
Tim.
Okay, all right. Tell me something.
The Asians leave me fortune cookies, and I like reading those fortune cookies.
Gotcha.
So just a couple of light little fortune cookies, something nice on the inside, some lottery numbers.
Christmas utilizations. This is last year, leading up to Christmas. Some easy wins here, Santa. Last year was a bit of a shocker, right? Over 40 million presents undelivered. I know you guys, that's not your KPI either, is it the association's KPI?
I love what you've done with these dashboards. They look great. I like even the fact that you've built some line charts that look like Christmas trees. But if I wanted to build this myself, or I wanted to let one of the elves have a go and learn how to build dashboards, do I have access to this data?
Yeah, you do, mate. So I guess we're more like a clean as a service kind of provider, right? So we're clean data as a service, and so any of that data that we've been bringing in from all your different software and hardware, it all lives in here. And so if you wanted to maybe track cookies versus carrots, and then versus your more traditional Christmas cakes, or even if we can subdivide into those fortune cookies as well, you can bring in that data in here as well yourself. Maybe this little bump here in the road, this doesn't make sense to me because
let me explain. We do a bit of a trial run in early December, right around when Hanukkah kicks off, and we just do some trials.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should see my face when I land on a chimney that's on fire.
And yeah, I know you're getting those front-facing cameras and back-facing cameras installed on the reindeers. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll start to see some more events around fatigue and distracted driver stuff on them as well.
Yeah, and you'll get to see what I see, being in the driver's seat, which is 9 reindeer butts.
Yeah.
So we'll take that data and see what we can do to improve it, so that we've got more data next year and see year over year how we improve everything.
Good luck with everything. Give my best to Mrs. Claus and the reindeers. Yeah, and keep an eye on those elves. Yeah.
Timothy, stay on the good list.
Am I not on the good list?
It's been iffy a couple of years, a little bit while you were a teenager, but I'm glad things have improved, and just keep your stick on the ice.
All right, mate. Good to know. Good to know. I'll keep focused. Have a good one, Santa. Hooroo, mate.
Bye bye. Thanks again.